Could a blindfolded, water-submerged amputee Koichi from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure beat every main antagonist from the same series? The answer may shock you. Koichi Hirose scaling. Koichi Hirose from Part 4 of JoJo is super duper strong. Now, how strong would he have to be if he was submerged in water, blindfolded, and an amputee? Now, these are some really good questions that we posed, but I'm here to answer them. So, Koichi, Koichi has Echo's Acts 1 through 3, but 0 doesn't matter because it's Buns and the worst stand that Koichi could ever have. But it's still a 10 out of 10 stand because it's owned by my goat, Koichi. And he could also call Jotaro using Echo's Act 2. Don't forget, it has long-ranged abilities. He could bring a phone or something, and he could call him normally too. Don't forget about that. And he's a reliable guy, so he has that reliable guy like aura, and you can count on him. And don't forget that he's friends with Josuke Higashikita, and he can breathe underwater because stand users can do that. Remember when Jotaro did that one time and he talked underwater? Yeah. So all stand users can do that automatically. First, we have Part 1 Dio up on the chopping block. And Dio is high key gonna lose because Koichi, whilst he's trapped in the box, can crush Dio by tilting forward using the box. And crushing Dio before he can say Muda, Muda, Muda. And Koichi is just like a lot stronger, and Dio can't freeze the water because Koichi's trapped in an indestructible box, so there's no way he can get in and freeze the water. And Dio's a vampire, so Koichi can just wait till the sun comes out and kills Dio. Now, next up we got Cars, and I think Koichi would absolutely whoop Cars because Cars is naked. So Koichi is more reliable because he's well dressed. Don't forget about that. And Koichi can wait out the sun in his indestructible box like he does with Dio. And Cars doesn't have help from like Wamu or ACDC or Santana because they're all dead. But Koichi can bring his friends, and maybe Rohan can like change Cars' ways using Heaven's Door. Next up we have Part 3 Dio, and Part 3 Dio might be a little bit difficult because he has a stand, but Koichi could still find a way to win. Using Act 2, Koichi can easily call for Jotaro for help because he has insane plot armor and can easily beat Dio. So, like, remember you did that at the end of Part 3. That was really cool. And if Koichi has no Jotaro, he can always crush Dio with the box again. Because Dio has trauma from Part 1, so Koichi can easily crush him whilst Dio is frozen out of fear. Yeah. Next up, we got Yoshikage Kira, and he will lose because Koichi will call an ambulance. Yeah. Diavolo is cooked, man. Koichi will use his reliable guy energy to intimidate Diavolo, and then he'll crush him because this is actually a part of the death loop. Remember when Giorno did that to Diavolo? And sent him into a death loop after killing him, and now he just dies infinitely. Yeah, this is a Diavolo death secretly. This whole thingy, it's just a Diavolo death. This one is the longest one. Is Pucci from Part 6. Koichi could pretty easily get through Whitesnake because Pucci will be too scared to fight. Water submerged amputee blindfolded Koichi. And Koichi will just crush him, I guess. Sea Moon could probably pose a threat though, because it has aura, because it's the coolest stand and can control gravity. But Koichi still has the upper hand and can crush Pucci using Sea Moon's gravity change to his advantage. Now, Made in Heaven is kind of cooked though, because Koichi will outspeed it using his reliable energy, growing his limbs back and beating the heck out of Pucci pretty easily too, because Koichi just has that reliable guy energy. Next up, we have Funny Valentine. Now, the thing with Funny Valentine is he's pretty strong using his D4C, but like he's really fast and stuff because he can like travel dimensions, especially using Love Train. But I think Koichi could outspeed him really easily, but because blindfolded water submerged amputee Koichi is just that quick. Like how's he crushing Dio? How's he crushing Part 3 Dio? It's because he's super quick. He uses his intense strength, and he's not limited by limbs anymore, so he can put all his strength into his torso to move the the box around and like you know. So yeah, Funny Valentine gets slammed by Koichi. Next we got Tooru, the final fight in this whole thing, and Koichi wins because Toru's trash and I don't like Tooru, so that's the only reason why Koichi wins. It's because I don't like Tooru. He's pretty butt. Yeah. So I think Koichi will be a little bit too reliable for one review. So yeah, he'll just win pretty easily. Like the death or whatever it's called, the calamity thing, that won't do anything to Koichi because he's so reliable that he can avoid the flow of luck and calamity. So yeah. Um oh shoot, I didn't make the slide, but thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces. Peace out. Arrivederci. Boom shakalaka.